What's up YouTube, Fallout Freak here, and I'm back with another Vault video. So we did a Vault video to Vault 8 in the last one, and we're going in order from smallest number to largest number. So the Vault number we're going to be talking in this video is Vault 11. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Vault 11. Vault 11 is a location in the Mojave Wasteland in Fallout, New Vegas. Background: the truth. One of 5 vaults constructed in the broader Mojave region assigned to house and civilian population, along with Vault 3, Vault 19, Vault 21, and Vault 34. Like the majority of the vaults, Vault 11 was given parameters to construct a social experiment. In its case, after the blast doors sealed, the inhabitants were informed by the vault computer they would have to sacrifice one of their fellow vault dwellers every year, or else everyone in the vault would be killed. This was a ruse, as in truth, if the residents were to refuse, a message from Vault Tech would play commending the dwellers for their choice, telling them that their commitment to human life is a shining example of us all, and revealing that no one would be killed. In addition, they were to be informed that as a reward, the vault door would be unlocked, allowing free passage to and from the vault with the overseer's permission. The first elections. According to terminal entries found throughout the empty vault in 2281, the original inhabitants did not come to this conclusion right away, completely believing that they had to perform an annual sacrifice from among their members, or else they would all die. They eventually settled on making the choice of sacrifice through democratic elections, where the chosen individual would be elected as overseer, and at the end of their term they were required to enter a chamber and submit to execution. The residents believed that this would satisfy the requirement the computer gave and spare the remaining dwellers. Of the vault's original residents, only the first overseer entered the vault knowing that he would have to ask to sacrifice one of the dwellers. However, even he was unaware of the true outcome if they had refused. Shocked and disgusted with the situation they found themselves in, and resentful towards their overseer for neglecting to share the information before they were sealed in the vault, the residents chose the original overseer as the first sacrifice. The tradition of electing an overseer as the next condemned resident persisted onward for 16 years, each year with a new overseer being sacrificed until 2093. Several pseudo-political powers known as voting blocks had emerged to influence nomination and selection since the experiment began, with the creation of pamphlets to provide information and oversight of this process. The 6 main voting blocks, the Allied Service Workers Bloc, Divine Will Bloc, Human Dignity Bloc, Justice Bloc, United Vault Technicians Bloc, and the Utilitarian Bloc, annually jostled for power within the vault. These blocks would nominate and support overseer candidates based on their own goals, and decorate the walls of the vault with libel-laden propaganda posters to garner support for an overseer prior to each election. The final overseer. The selection process devolved significantly over time, resulting in heavy corruption and manipulation perpetrated by bloc leaders. Prior to the final election, members of the most powerful group, the Justice Bloc, led by Roy Gottlieb, sexually coerced fellow resident Catherine Stone, threatening to nominate her husband Nathan as overseer should she refuse. Due to their overwhelming influence as a voting bloc, this would essentially be a death sentence for her husband, and Catherine had no choice but to capitulate to their demands. But she was betrayed by the Justice Bloc members, who went ahead with nominating her husband regardless. Out of a mix of desperation, despair, and indignation, Catherine immediately enacted her retribution, subsequently murdering members of the Justice Bloc one by one. The massacre was a blessing in disguise for Catherine in 2 ways. Not only had she set the stage for the Bloc's reprisal, but also ensured that she would be a clear choice for the next overseer in place of her husband, effectively saving his life. Catherine's plan succeeded on both accounts, and after word of the murders spread, she was soon elected as the next Vault Overseer. Catherine Stone's first act as Overseer was to issue Overseer Order 745 and functionally dissolve the election process entirely. She decreed that moving forward, the position of Overseer would be chosen at random using the Vault's computer system. The remaining members of the Justice Bloc, including Roy Gottlieb, were aghast at the thought of losing their control and influence over the Vault population, so they secretly planned to stage an armed coup to wrest control back into their hands and resume the elections. The fighting that ensued killed nearly all the remaining Vault dwellers, until ultimately only 5 of them remained. Layout: located west of Boulder City and southwest of the 188 trading post. Prior to entering the vault, there is a hollowed out rock to the right of the main door. The reactor and the water purification system of Vault 11 has been damaged by age and the civil war among the dwellers. Therefore, radioactivity and radioactive water are some of the main hazards of the vault. Since portions of the vault are underwater, many sections can only be explored while wearing a rebreather or by judicious use of air pockets in the flooded areas. Enemies encountered inside the vault include giant mantises, giant rats, and bark scorpions. The entire vault has been plastered with propaganda for an election for a new overseer, with each candidate is expressing outrage and incredulity at having been nominated and why the other candidates deserve to be overseer instead. This is juxtaposed to commonly understood elections where the opposite goals are seen and instills a sense of perplexity to the uninitiated. Throughout the vault, sandbag barricades, multiple traps, and several skeletons serve as evidence of violent conflict. So that is a little bit, or a lot of it, about Vault 11. I'm going to read you a quote from Industrial Junk. Vault 11 has been abandoned for decades, though few people know the story of its terrible posts from Fallout New Vegas loading screen. Now let me go ahead, if my internet cooperates with me, there you go, show you a picture of what the Vault 11 door looks like. Let me expand my desktop and get to my desktop. This is what the Vault 11 door looks like. So, yep, so it'll pull out and roll to this way or that way. And this is what it looks like on the Pip-Boy map. There it is. Here's Boulder City, Hoover Dam, Lake Las Vegas, Repcon headquarters right here, 188 trading post, which is what was mentioned. Here's the inside, the living quarters of Vault 11. And here's the Vault 11 lower level. And another Vault 11 lower level living quarters. And this is the door right here that leads to the vault door, which is right here. So that is my video for Vault 11. Hit me up in the comment section below and please let me know what you think about Vault 11 and what some of your favorite vaults are from Fallout New Vegas. One of mine is definitely Vault 22, which we will get to later in this playlist, and Vault 34. Really enjoy both of those. But until my next Vault video and video on my Fallout Freak channel in general, you must always remember that war never changes.